If you have ever wanted to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube, we are doing a 10-part video series coming up over the next few weeks with Mr. Evan Carmichael, who has his gold play button, currently over 1 million subscribers, and he's gonna be giving you guys all the inside tips, behind the scenes tactics of what he did on his channel practically to grow from 0 to 1 million subscribers. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to Video Creators. We are all about helping you grow your YouTube audience so you can reach people with your message and change their lives, which is what Evan is all about. And so we're gonna spend a lot of time diving into his channel, but first of all, introduce yourself, tell us about your channel and how you got started on YouTube.
Sure, Evan Carmichael. I have a channel called Modeling Masters where I have daily inspiration to help entrepreneurs. I'm trying to solve the world's biggest problem, which I think is untapped human potential, and I wanna reach 1 billion entrepreneurs. I'm best known on YouTube for probably my top 10 series where we break down successful, not just entrepreneurs now, but people who've had success in all walks of life and dissecting what made them successful.
What was like the first thing that comes to mind? You're like, Evan, how do they reach 1 million subscribers based on how you did it? What was like the first thing you think they need to consider?
So for me, the first thing is mindset. You have to treat it like a business. I think too many people come in just recognizing the art side, and I love artists. I love artists so much, artists in all walks of life, but there's so many artists who are struggling. The struggling artist syndrome is way too common, and as a result, if you can't figure out a way to generate money and treat this like a business, then you don't ultimately get to your ambition. You don't get to have the impact that you're trying to build. And so I came into this from the beginning thinking like a CEO. And I think for a lot of people who are watching, you need to improve your skills in terms of being able to create amazing YouTube videos and the art that goes into it. But at the same time, you got to improve your entrepreneurial skills. And so when I went to ClimberCon for the first time last year, I was about 500,000 subscribers or so at that time. And I met with some YouTube creators who were 10 times my size and were still a one-man show and still couldn't afford to hire somebody for their team.
It's very common.
And it just blew my mind. Like I already had multiple people on staff building my channel. Now we're at 8 people who helped me build my YouTube channel. So it's definitely a team effort. And it's not to say like I'm better than the people. It's just, I just wish that they had spent more time thinking like a CEO, because if you can figure out how to turn your business into a business and not just this hobby side business, then it allows you to live the life you want. It allows you to have the bigger impact, allows you to build a team, allows you to travel, allows you to, reach more people. Every business needs a CEO, so that needs to be you, or you need to find a business partner. Part of it could be, I don't want to learn that skill. Great. Every business needs a CEO though. So it may be I need to bring on a partner to help me, or I need to have a manager to help me run my company, because that stuff I don't want to learn. I have zero interest in learning. I don't want to have to manage a team. I don't want to have to care about all that stuff. If you want to build something that's successful, that starts bringing a lot of money and has a huge impact, that role is needed in any business. So if it's not you, it's great awareness. You need to find that person and bring them in.
I have seen this mindset be one of the differentiating factors on almost all channels that make it and those that don't. What would you say to like someone who's like, you know what, I feel like, and maybe for the average viewer, their mindset is like one of being an employee. Like I work hard and then I just get a paycheck, and then they go to YouTube and like, I'm working really hard, I'm not getting a paycheck. Yeah. How do they, what should they do to start shifting their mindset from being like employee to business owner?
I don't think anybody really likes being an employee, right? I don't think anybody likes like taking orders, but do you want the responsibility of being the CEO? Right, is the other issue. So yeah. I think it starts with self-awareness. Do you want to be the leader? Do you see yourself managing a team? Do you see yourself negotiating deals? Do you see yourself running a business? Do you see that as something that you are excited to do? And if so, then spending the time to change your mindset. I think the best way to do it is to start consuming content. I've seen you grow a lot in the past couple of years.
The way I've done it is just an Audible subscription, and I just go through business books, like try to do one a month, and I listen to them on double speed and just get my mind blown over and over again.
Right. So spending the time, whether it's Audible, so for me, that's the worst thing for me, because auditory is the worst way for me to learn. So I love video. I have to see it. If I can see it, I'll learn better, which is why I created the content on my channel. So I'm hanging out with Steve Jobs and Warren Buffett and Oprah Winfrey every day, and that's how I learn and get better. Some people love to read, right? So the great news is there's so much great information. There's so many thought leaders now sharing their perspective that if you wanted to learn it, it's never been easier to learn it. And so I think it starts with self-awareness to understand, is this the person that you want to be? Do you want to be the leader, the manager, the visionary, building a team, negotiating deals, all that kind of stuff? Or as I'm talking this stuff, you're vomiting inside your mouth. Like, it's like, that is not me. I hate that.
The stress levels growing.
Anxiety, you're clicking off the video. So that's fine. But understand that a business needs that character. So dissect what is your preferred method of learning. So if you love listening and you're auditory, then go to Audible, find related books that you look up to, people you respect. Also podcasting is another great source. This works really well if you have a commute, right? Like Tim drove 8 hours, 10 hours to be here. You could blast through a whole bunch of books. Or if you're, commuting to work every day, you can turn that on, and every day you're injecting, belief systems and ideas and strategies into yourself. If you're doing videos, there's a bunch of us who have channels for entrepreneurs. I have one, but there's Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone and Marie Forleo and Tom Bilyeu and a whole bunch of different great creators all putting out content that you can learn from. And if you're doing books, there's a deluge of books. What's your favorite book for business?
The first one that really stood out to me, what kind of started me down this path, was 4 Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss.
Yep.
Don't agree with everything in there. It's not all as passive as it sounds, but that started shifting my mindset. And then I just started looking for entrepreneur DIY types of books. Personal MBA became a really helpful book for me, just understanding business as a whole.
So you guys love Tim. You're watching this video. So go get 4 Hour Work Week. Go get out the MBA, personal MBA. Primal branding, you talk a lot about. So go get those 3. If you love them, then they'll lead you down. Just look at Amazon recommended underneath and go buy those books. Yeah. And if you hate all 3 of them, you don't like Tim's recommendations, great. Go find somebody else's favorite books. I want you making money. You should want to be making money. Money is not bad. Some people think money is everything. It's not. And some people think money is the root of all
evil. Bad things.
It's not. Yeah. Money is great, right? It's just not number one. There's something above money, your mission, your purpose, your passion. But money, even for a charity, is up high on the list. Yeah. So your channel demands a CEO, demands the entrepreneur mind. Whether that is you, that you're going to invest in yourself, or you bring on somebody to help you out.
I think of money as a tool. The more you have of it, the more impact you can make, the more influence you have, the more sustainable your channel becomes, so that you can reach 1 million subscribers and reach millions of people. So it's an amazing tool. We want you guys to have it so that you can continue to reach people and change their lives. I'll put links in the description below to all the resources that we talked about here, and then we're going to go on and talk about the next subject, which you can click the video on your screen and go over and watch video number 2, which is about, for Evan, quality versus quantity, and how you need quantity to get to the quality. So click that, and we'll see you guys in the next video.